Understanding the Dark Triad, Machiavellianism, and Manipulative People. Have you ever felt used, manipulated, or emotionally baited by someone you once trusted? Maybe it was a boss who always helped you, only to use your ideas later, or someone who seemed supportive, until their loyalty evaporated when you succeeded. Today's conversation is about people like that. Not bad people necessarily, but individuals who operate from strategic manipulation, often referred to in psychology as Machiavellianism, one of the traits in the Dark Triad. Before we continue, if you're here to grow emotionally, protect your mental space, and understand toxic patterns so you can navigate life with clarity, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need this message right now. Our content is dedicated to helping you stay informed, grounded, and safe in all relationships. Now, let's explore the science and strategy behind Machiavellian personalities and how you can recognize and respond to them. 1. What are Dark Triad traits? The Dark Triad refers to 3 overlapping but distinct personality traits: Machiavellianism, strategic manipulation, emotional detachment, and exploitative behavior. These individuals use charm and cunning to achieve their goals. Narcissism, inflated self-importance, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Psychopathy, impulsivity, antisocial behavior, and superficial charm. In some models, sadism is included, forming the dark tetrad. These traits may appear in varying combinations, and understanding them helps you see manipulation for what it is. 2. Common traits of Machiavellian manipulators. Machiavellian individuals are chameleons. They are intelligent, persuasive, and often charming in calculated ways. But their morality is fluid. They tell lies when it suits them, they betray when it benefits them, and they rationalize harm as necessary. Their emotional expression is often superficial. They mimic empathy only when it advances their agenda. In relationships, they may appear helpful, supportive, or generous, but always with a hidden cost. 3. Why do they lack empathy? It's not that they can't recognize feelings, they often can. Machiavellians possess cognitive empathy, meaning they can understand and predict others' emotions. However, they lack emotional empathy, the ability to feel with someone. This distinction allows them to manipulate without remorse. They see people not as souls, but as chess pieces, tools for strategy. That emotional detachment gives them the edge, but only at the expense of genuine connection. 4. How Machiavellians use influence. Here's how they typically operate. Gathering intel. They ask probing questions under the guise of concern, subtly extracting personal details. Mirroring and rapport building. They mimic your interests, values, and emotions, so you feel seen and understood. Strategic disclosure. They may share a little vulnerability to gain trust, then use it later to influence or control. Triangulation. They bring others into your life to manipulate your perception, comparing, competing, or undermining loyalty subtly. This is not coincidence. It's calculated emotional engineering. 5. Psychological roots. Research shows Machiavellian traits often stem from early experiences of emotional neglect, betrayal, or inconsistent parenting. These individuals learn that control comes through self-protection rather than vulnerability. Over time, they build emotional armor, defensive, manipulative, and focused on strategy rather than honesty. Studies suggest these traits are not fixed. With emotional maturity, therapy, or major life events, Machiavellian tendencies can decrease, but only if the individual chooses introspection and change. 6. Signs. You're dealing with a Machiavellian manipulator. Watch for these red flags. They always get information, but give none. They appear generous, but constantly keep score. They remain calm in chaos and thrive in others' confusion. They make promises, but rarely follow through. They avoid real conflict, but escalate things through gossip or triangulation. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells, like your boundaries shift daily, but that's by design. 7. How to respond strategically. You don't need to outplay them. You simply need clarity. Here's how to protect yourself. Set emotional boundaries. Don't share vulnerable details before trust is earned. Limit personal transparency. Keep interactions scripted. Stick to necessary conversations. Don't engage in prolonged emotional exchange unless there's accountability. Don't justify your choices repeatedly. When they question your decisions, you don't owe them clarity. Acknowledge you're choosing your boundaries, and that's enough. Cultivate external support. Keep a trusted circle of friends, mentors, or therapists who can validate your experience. Machiavellians thrive in isolation and confusion. Clarity comes from others. 8. Turning their strategy against them. If you must interact with someone manipulative, here's how to stay safe. Be predictable. Share only what's necessary. Be unemotional. Avoid explosive reactions. They feed the drama. Ask questions back. Force them to clarify. Manipulators rely on assumptions. Watch their consistency. Actions, not words, reveal character. This approach helps you stay grounded while engaging on your own terms. You may not win their approval, but you protect your peace. 9. Why understanding this matters. As Daniel N. Jones of UNR explains in his TEDx talk, understanding Machiavellianism empowers you, not to victimize others, but to safeguard your emotional and mental health. Research shows that these traits are not rare, but they are identifiable. By recognizing manipulative tactics early, you prevent emotional erosion. You preserve your boundaries, your trust in yourself, and your capacity for genuine connection. 10. Moving toward emotional competence. Your strength is in your emotional clarity. Cultivate empathy, not because everyone deserves it, but because it makes your feedback discerning. Seek conflict resolution, not drama. Trust growth, not grievance. Most importantly, remember, you're not responsible for fixing someone else's strategy. You're responsible for protecting your energy and walking in emotional truth. If this talk brought clarity to your experience, please consider subscribing to this channel, liking this video, and sharing it with someone who's navigating difficult relationships or toxic dynamics. Our aim is to support your journey toward emotional insight, wisdom, and peace with real psychological understanding. Final thoughts. Manipulation is strategic, and Machiavellians are masters of it, but their power is surface level. Their emotional core is often fractured. Understanding their motivations gives you the ability to disarm them, not with force, but with emotional intelligence, calm boundaries, and mental presence. In a world full of cunning, your clarity is your victory. Stay alert, stay grounded, hold peace sacred, protect yourself. You are not alone. You are resilient. You are capable of choosing a life anchored in wisdom, not in their game. Thank you for watching.